Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here. Welcome back to my channel. We're back with the reaction to The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. This is a season/series finale, season 1, episode 6, The Last Time. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm a little bit nervous going into this one because things could go incredibly right or incredibly wrong with this episode and with this finale. It's been a long time coming. It's all been building up to this, years in the making. Never mind just this series, but going back to the original show as well, because with the original plot threads that they've set up, yeah, like I said, it's been a long time coming. So you guys already know how I want to see it all play out with Rick making it home, making it back to Alexandria, finally seeing Judith all grown up, finally meeting RJ. In my world, that'd be the perfect ending, but of course, it's not exactly a perfect world that we live in, especially their world being super apocalyptic and walkers roaming around still. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're actually going to see it play out just like that, especially if there is going to be a season 2, which honestly, I haven't heard anything about as of right now, but I'm going in completely spoiler free. So if anything's been announced, then you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I know it was hard enough getting Andrew Lincoln back up until this point. There was movies canceled, tons of delays. So honestly, I'm just thankful that we even got this. This alone feels like a proper conclusion to the series. So yeah, this could pretty much be the end of The Walking Dead. Like I said, I'm a little bit nervous, but also super hyped. So there's only one way to see it all play out. So if you guys look for my full reaction to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Or subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time. Click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
I remember it all. What it was like. Who we were.
Still love me.
Always.
The dream couple right here. The dream team. The dynamic duo.
Go in, you get the briefing, I get the dossier she left behind. We bring what we know to the city, then go home. Together.
And we have to do all this in the next hour.
I'm Sergeant Major Rick Grimes. You probably think I'm dead.
Rick, you better have your story
I
straight.
didn't need to be scared. That it was just the burning.
That was the most badass moment.
I killed someone with my teeth.
I'm sorry you had to do that.
Well, you don't have to be.
Well, still, that's a damn thing, isn't it?
The damnedest.
Yes it is.
I've given this briefing, the echelon briefing, 2,533 times. And the soldier in question has never been someone like you. There were 2 fronts, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, and we were losing. We couldn't sustain 2 theaters of battle. So I evacuated our forces under the cover of night and let the dead overwhelm their troops. And that whole city, most likely outcome is that we're all gonna die. Our modeling shows that
Any one of them could prove to be the difference in our civilization.
I think that the next leader in the next decade, that might be you. After trying to get away so many times, after so many years,
I mean, he could do
you
it.
found yourself free, dead to us. You could have gone wherever it was you wanted
I wouldn't
to go.
doubt him, but nah.
And you came back. Who was the person closest to you who's died in all of this?
Carl.
My son. He's who I saved. Tearing out that man's throat.
But you couldn't save him in the end.
Because of Scott Gimple.
What if I told you you would never have to suffer that kind of loss again? That wherever you were running to, whoever you were running to, you could keep them safe. You could bring them to us.
Nah.
Family, friends, a love, I don't give a damn. We will burn things to bring things back. The sword that kills is the sword that brings life.
It's a good line. I'll give him that. But if he's willing to kill his own loved ones, he's willing to kill yours. It's another good line for you.
Swear on the sword.
Swear on the sword. None of the day.
No!
Ow! Rick!
Why did you come back?
To kill you!
You were
Don't do it. Just come with us, Thorn.
I know you lied to me. What did you do? Rick? Dana? Take off your helmets. This way!
There he is. Just the slowest reaction time. Oh my god! Took them all out. I'm gonna miss her. She was hot. He's okay. He's okay. Need shields.
Okafor is right.
Should have joined our team. Jadis is watching from above right now. Like, I hate these two so freaking much. Bah, bah, bah. Gunshots. Blah. Hell yeah. They're the ones who live.
Free movement has been established for the Republic. Citizens are now free to leave at will, and the city will now welcome new citizens as they may arrive.
Judith? Is this actually happening right now?
I believed.
The most lines RJ's ever had. They saved it for the finale. That's it, folks.
Republic, what the CRM does.
There's behind the scenes stuff, but maybe I'll watch that afterwards. I've actually never watched. Whenever I finish these reactions, there's always like a little bonus clip. I think it's like behind the scenes clips for that particular episode. Oh, I'm a bit of a mess here still. I never watched those, so yeah, I might have to go back and actually watch those now because I never want any teasers, previews, or spoilers at all for the next episode I'm going to react to. So I'm always just like, no, I shut it off right away, and then just pretty much just jump to the next one. But yeah, I might have to go back and check those out. But before we go any further, gotta breathe for a second here. All right, guys, that was The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, Season 1, Episode 6, the season/series finale. And honestly, never mind season, I definitely think that was the series finale. I don't think we're getting a second season because that was the ending. That was pretty much all we ever wanted from the main series, never mind a spin-off show. So yeah, that was perfecto the last time. So man, my heart is like, I'm still a wreck over here. That was a freaking incredible ending. I'm so glad we got that. I'm still kind of in disbelief that we actually got that because, like I said, like, honestly, that's pretty much what not only myself, but pretty much every fan in the world has been wanting since Rick left the show and we got the time jump originally when Judith was all grown up and it was shown that RJ is a thing. So yeah, they actually gave us the ending that we wanted, but part of the reason why I thought we would never actually get that is because, unfortunately, money. By keeping the series going, by keep on dangling that out in front of us, they know that we want that, and they actually gave it to us. So I'm actually kind of surprised by that because where do we go from here? I guess, is that just the end of The Walking Dead? I mean, yes, of course, which is kind of weird now that we get Daryl Dixon Season 2, The Book of Carol, because part of the reason why he was out there is he was searching for Rick also. So yeah, he's going to come home, or he's going to be gone, missing, and going through a whole new adventure while Rick is just at home chilling with his family now. So yeah, now those are the only ones that Rick hasn't seen yet that I do want to see still. So I guess we still have that to look forward to with Rick and Daryl finally reuniting. Like that's gonna be another great moment. I guess they're gonna save that for the end of Daryl's series. But first we got, well, I guess Carol's got to find Daryl first. But man, I'm still in shock over here that they actually gave it to us, that we actually got the ending that I wanted. for the main series, and I know most of you guys want that as well. So that's kind of why I'm wondering now. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm kind of surprised. Like I wasn't expecting that. So where do we go from here? I guess season 2 is 100% out of the picture, but that's okay because movies were canceled. It took long enough to get Andrew Lincoln back to this point for this series, and honestly, for a while there, I was thinking it was never going to happen. We were never going to see Andrew Lincoln again as Rick Grimes, and I was kind of just starting to like, I don't know, just starting to deal with it, I guess. But no, that's not the case. I'm so thankful that he actually came back. So shout out to everybody, Denai, Michonne, Andrew Lincoln, everybody involved. Jadis, she came back just to be killed. And honestly, I'm so thankful for that as well because she was a character that always annoyed me. But speaking of characters that didn't come back and that did come back, Heath. We never actually got a proper resolution or concrete answer with what actually went down with Heath. Did he pop up in World Beyond? And maybe because I never actually finished that series, I just never actually knew about it. Nobody ever told me. So yeah, you guys have to let me know. Like, I'm pretty sure Scott Gimple actually went on the record and said, like, in an interview or something that, yeah, he was taken by the CRM. But as far as I'm concerned, because it was never shown in any of the shows, unless it was actually shown in World Beyond Season 2, that, yeah, he was not taken by the CRM. He was just written out of the show. Like, whatever fucking happened to Heath, like, honestly, I want to know the real story behind that. I want the actor to actually speak out. Now that this is all done and he's not going to be popping up in this series, and he was honestly a face. I didn't bring him up this episode because I was even thinking before the episode started, like, you know what? They might save Heath as a surprise because he hasn't turned up just yet. We might actually see him pop up this episode. They might be saving him for a finale just as an extra little Easter egg there. That never actually happened. They never gave it to us. So yeah, where the hell is Heath? What actually went down with Heath? I know most people have probably forgot about him, but for the real ones, I don't know. I don't buy that he was taken by the CRM if he didn't pop up in this series. So I want to know the real story. Was it just a contract dispute? I know there was some other stuff going on. Like, I'm pretty sure he appeared shortly after he left the show in Godzilla. Like the very end there. I never actually saw the Godzilla sequel. I saw the first Godzilla. Or wait, no, that was... He popped up at the end of King Kong. Kong Skull Island, I think. One of those films. Regardless, Kong Skull Island was freaking incredible. I love that film, but I never watched anything past that film. So I really need to finish off those series because I feel like they've made like 10 different Godzilla or Kong films since, and Godzilla and Kong films. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, just as a side note, if you guys want me to react to those. But I'm pretty sure that's where he is. Or at least in terms of the actor, but in terms of the character, what the hell happened to him? So yeah, if you guys know more about that, why did it pop up in this series? Heath, let me know in the comments down below. But what else went down this episode? Thorne, we got to kind of talk about her and Terry O'Quinn a little bit. Terry O'Quinn gave the whole briefing, and honestly, it didn't really amount to much for me. I was just like looking at Rick the entire time, like, all right, is he done? Like, are you ready to kill him now? Because by the end of it, he started like questioning Rick. Well, he first made him take off the hand, and he laid out the sword. They pretty much laid all the cards on the table. Then he pretty much told, or he kind of questioned Rick. He's like, so who did you save, or what exactly brought you here? I forget exactly the terms that he used, the exact expression of what he was actually saying, but basically what it came down to is Carl. That was the answer. And once he gave that, he's like, my son Carl. And then that was pretty much brought him back, and then Terry O'Quinn saw the look in his eyes before Rick even made a move. Like, he got up and he's like, no, why'd you even come back? Why'd you even do this? So the fact that that actually went down was freaking incredible. But I was kind of upset about how things played out with Thorne because I really like the Thorne character. Obviously, she was hot. She was a spicy mama, but I don't know. Things could have been very differently if she wasn't like on Okafor's dick so much. Like, she was fully in pretty much the way that, I guess that's pretty much another way to look at it. She was fully in the same way that Rick was before Michonne got there. So if she would have had Michonne in her life, someone to bring her or to snap her out of it, much like Michonne did for Rick, then things could have turned out differently. But I really wish that Rick would have been that for her. And if Michonne wasn't in the picture, maybe he could have been. But without Michonne, they were both all in. They bought fully in. So yeah, man, I guess that she was the character that kind of showed what happens when there isn't Michonne to bring them back. So it really sucks the way that things ended up with her. I liked her, so I was kind of hoping that they would actually kind of snap her out of it and bring her back to Alexandria as well. But by the end there, when she confronted them, it was already too late. There was no going back from that. But we got a pretty epic fight scene out of that, thankfully. So that was pretty cool. Better fight scene than the one with Daryl Quinn, but he's an older man. So just seeing him on screen, just the fact that he actually appeared in the Walking Dead universe, and we also got to see him as a walker as well, that was also pretty damn cool. So I actually really appreciated that. But I just really wish things would have turned out differently with Thorne. But that's the story they wrote, so I'll take it for what it is. And then, yeah, by the end, we got the reunion that we've been wanting, that we've been begging to see. I've been wanting to see that ever since Rick pretty much left the show, and we got the flash forward in time. So I'm so thankful we got that, but I'm honestly still kind of surprised. When I go back there, or when I go back to edit, I almost pretty much guaranteed I'm going to break down in tears once again. So, yeah, that was a rough moment, but freaking sweet. I loved it. That was honestly a perfect finale for these characters. Perfect ending, perfect conclusion. Where else do you go? Like, honestly, like, I don't really have any other requests for more. I don't really need to see more from these characters, which is kind of odd to say because I'm such a Walking Dead fan, like all you guys as well. If you're watching this, like, it's been a long journey to get to this point. The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, Tales of the Walking Dead. What else have we got? Daryl, Dixon, Dead City, The Ones Who Live. Like, it's a lot, man. So you got to be pretty dedicated to still be at this point. And yeah, you don't have to watch every single one. There's even a couple that I skipped out on Tales, and I stopped watching World Beyond. I've said that numerous times, but I swear, I let you guys know that pretty much every chance I get because I just wasn't feeling it. But regardless, to get to this point, you still have pretty much had to finish the main series, or at least know about Rick leaving the show and how things winded up with him and his family. So yeah, it's been a long journey, a long path to get to this point. So I'm happy. I don't know about you guys. I'm really interested to see what other people are thinking now after this finale. Like, are you guys satisfied with that? Is that everything that you wanted out of the Rick and Michonne story and how you wanted it to end up? Because I can't honestly think of anything better besides them actually showing up in Alexandria. Never mind this drop point there, but I'm so glad that they brought back the actress that has been playing Judith as well, because she is a phenomenal actress. I don't know her name. I think it's like Kaylee Fleming or something like that. But yeah, she's a phenomenal actress, and they could always do something more with her in the future. Maybe, I brought this up before, but the Walking Dead generations, with all like the younger generations of the Walking Dead OGs, because you got Judith, RJ, Gracie, Herschel. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. And there's some other ones as well from the other shows. But regardless, that's something you can always do in the future. But wait a few years, because I'm satisfied with this conclusion, with this ending for these characters. Like, let them be happy for a while before bringing them back. And honestly, there's no more story that I feel needs to be told. Yes, I'm sure there's more money to be made, but at least for me, I'm satisfied with this story. Like, after all these years to get this point, this is all that I can ask for. So I'm so happy with its conclusion. I'm happy with the series overall as well. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. It didn't turn out, especially with like the first couple episodes where we got just the one Rick episode, then just the one Michonne episode. They showed their journey to actually meet up. And then when they finally met up, Michonne was actually brought into the CRM as well. I did not expect that at all in a million years. So yeah, it was a wild story. I really enjoyed the cameos. Daryl Quinn in The Walking Dead. Hell yeah. I freaking love him as an actor. So to see him show up in the Walking Dead universe, like, you just gotta appreciate that. And I just appreciate the fact that they actually came back. Yes, Scott Gimple, I will never forgive him for killing off Carl, but for bringing them back and for telling the story here and for the overall story that we did get, I am happy about that. So I will thank him for that, even though I'm still not happy about Carl. And I will never be happy about Carl because he should have been there in the end. But for considering the aftermath of Carl, considering there wasn't too much more they could do with him being gone, I am happy with how things turned out. So yeah, I think that's just about it for me, guys. As always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like, subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Until next time, I am out. Enjoy your night. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough.